In this video, we're going to talk about Dressrosa Bounties, and as you can see, we've got the Anarchy Pirate to start off with. He's a bit of a freaky-deaky character. Don't know what's going on with him, but shady. Shadiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Not really. But yeah, by the time you get to Dressrosa, you should be pretty well equipped in terms of, well, your equipment. You should be pretty upgraded there. You should be upgraded in terms of moves. Should be upgrading those moves with cubes. So you shouldn't have too much trouble, to be honest, with the bounties here. I mean, there we did 10,000 damage to that guy, so that's kind of the level we were at that point. I did all the bounties at the end of the game, as I've previously mentioned. Bounties you find at the bounty boards in the pubs. So if you go to the pub, I don't know if it progresses as well with the story, or like you have to wait a certain amount of time for certain ones, but when you start off in a town, you go to the bounty board, you clear like 5 bounties or whatever that are automatically on there. You'll have to come back afterwards and maybe it will have unlocked the other ones, but if not, then maybe just progress the story. I'm not quite sure how it works, but they're easy enough. In terms of locations, they're all dotted across the map, so you'll be able to see them on the map. You shouldn't struggle finding most of them. I think maybe 1 or 2 might be in awkward locations. But again, they're on the map, so if you're just looking at every area, you shouldn't have too much issues with that, hopefully. In terms of upgrading armor and stuff, later on in the game, Robin unlocks her like mixing ability, so she can mix items to make stronger items, and sometimes you get super boosts on that as well. So later on in Dressrosa as well, there's a shop. She gives you like plus 300 attack or something like that. Or is it 300 attack or 200? Can't remember. It's quite a lot of attack anyway for a booster, and a lot of these items have 4 slots. So if you've been looking around the game, you know, in every nook and cranny, you'll have found a load of items anyway that are decent armor, decent this and that. You get decent items from beating the story, you get decent items from beating the side stories, from beating the bounties, you know, they're everywhere. So upgrading is generally quite easy. Chopper should be defensive buffed to the max as much as you can. Because he's the healer and he can just heal you every turn. There are certain items which give you TP like halved or TP minus 60% or whatever. Really useful items. Whack them on Luffy, potentially Chopper, depending on how much you need him to heal, and Zoro, because Luffy and Zoro do just preposterous amounts of damage, and the rest of them didn't really need, to be honest. Sanji was okay occasionally. Robin was terrible for me, but she might have been good if I'd given her certain items. Brook does have some good moves where he buffs people. Frankie got a lot better towards the end. Who else is there? Usopp has his moments. Really quite useful. But yeah, by this game, you want to just speed through to the end of the game, end of the story pretty much. And that's when you can just like boost your characters exponentially. Makes it a lot easier. Upgrading your levels, you can do the XP boosts. So use the camp, use Haki to determine which fights are going to give you XP. That should show up like on their head. In terms of certain battles, like you go into the battle and then like a bonus thing will pop up. So it might be a food bonus, it might be just a random bonus of protecting someone, etc. But that like doubles your XP, if not more. So if you get a decent fight going, where you're getting decent XP, all that adds up. Like by the end of the game, you're getting like 4 million XP per fight on certain fights. So it's pretty crazy, pretty good. The only issues you generally have here, I mean, certain fights you're not prepared for, but in terms of bounties, you should be absolutely fine. I can't see there being any issues here. Especially at the end of the game in Dressrosa, you should have learned by now. Obviously the upgrading, the the leveling system, what moves are the best, what things to use. They're all relatively important. But yeah, if you're having any particular struggles on the game, please let me know. If you would like to like and subscribe to the video, that'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, comments I'll always respond to, positive or negative. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace out.
俺がまとめて相手してやる。行くぞ。三刀流奥義一大三千大戦線。俺が万能薬。いや。みんないっぺんに行くぞ。刀邪魔だ。文句ある。仲間の力を見せてやる。俺からだ。くそ。刀がうずく。そっちか。三刀流奥義一大三千大戦線。船長の邪魔だ。